Students, good morning. Students, good morning.
Good morning,
Good morning,
sir.
sir. Yes, sir.
How you did your exams? So TC. Hello. Student, how was the exam? Difficult. Was it difficult?
Yes, okay, sir.
Fine, sir.
Fine. Okay. Well, okay. I gave only two PPT only. I gave only two PDF files only. I gave one the psychrometric process and another one is the psychrometric. Isn't okay. 90% of the questions were asked from these two only. Apart from this, some common question will be there that you have to attend with it by using your understanding. Okay, what you understood. Okay, from the teaching. Okay, based on that you can. Okay, but anyway, when is your final exam? Hello, students. When is your final exam?
From 21st it starts, sir.
From 24th of April, isn't it? Okay, 24th of April onwards.
21st, sir.
21st day, 21st. Okay. So, okay, all of you just listen. We will revise the same psychometric process. We will revise, and a few more topics are left. But anyway, in the module number 4 and 5, some topics are left. But everything will be derivation only. Lot of derivations are there. Okay, what I will do, I will try to simplify, and I will teach whatever important I will teach. Okay, like Maxwell thermodynamic relations. The Maxwell thermodynamic relations and all, that can be asked only for 10 mark questions or more than 10 mark questions. Okay. Similarly, for the case of this module number 4 and 5, activity coefficient, fugacity coefficient. Okay, I will teach what is activity coefficient, fugacity coefficient, what is its importance, like that. And some more derivations are there. I think that may not be needed now because it will be bigger. It can be asked only for the only as 10 more questions only can be asked. Isn't it? Okay. Today, what we are going to do, we are going to revise the same psychometric process. We will revise, and I will ask questions. Okay, you have to answer. Okay. Then psychometric means what? Psychrometry. What is your understanding about the psychrometry? Students, can you able to tell what you mean by psychrometry? Psychrometry means what? Study. Study about the water paper and the air system. That is called the psychrometry. Why we have to study about the psychrometry? Why we have to study about the psychrometry? Tell me in terms of the microbial growth. You relate the microbial growth and psychrometry. Psychrometry otherwise it can be called as a humidity, isn't it? Okay. Humidity mean the amount of the moisture content per kg of dry air, that is called the humidity. You relate the humidity and the microbial growth. Can you relate the humidity and microbial growth? Any answer? Can you relate the humidity and microbial growth? Under what condition the microbial growth will be more? Is it low humidity or high humidity? Hello?
Moisture can't increase.
More humidity, sir.
More humidity. The humidity is more than what will happen to the microorganism. The water activity will be more, that in turn will induce the more and more of a microbial growth. Okay. And second thing, I think you observed in onion and all. Onion, without sowing in water, if you keep the onion as such, that is means if you keep the moist air onion, the onion will produce a root. The root will be generated, a root will be formed, and shoot also will be formed in onion. That is when the onion is exposed to the moist air, maybe for 2 to 3 days, then what will happen? Automatically root and shoot will be formed. Okay, you might have observed storing onion in our house, okay, with a high humidity. Air with a high humidity, that will lead to the shoot formation and the root formation in the onion. Isn't it? Okay. But similarly, certain even the cereals and the pulses, when it is stored at a high moisture content, okay, then what will happen? Automatically it will sprout, or in some cases it may lead to the fungal growth or microbial attack. Okay, it will lead to microbial attack. Okay, Therefore, humidity plays a vital role in determining or in controlling the microbial growth. Isn't it? Okay. That's why it is important. As a food engineer, it is important. Okay. But if you are dealing with the mechanical engineering and other things, it is important. Why? Because a certain industrial process, example is the textile industry. Okay, the textile industry, we need certain humidity. Then only the processing will be easy. The processing of the threads, that will be easy. That it needs a certain humidity. Otherwise, what we have to spray water, okay, on the thread, okay, then after that only it will be conditioned, isn't it? Okay. Therefore, certain amount of humidity is needed for certain industrial processes. Okay. The Coimbatore is called the Manchester of South India. Why? Because in Coimbatore, the humidity is comparatively higher, or the humidity is suitable. We can say in that way. Okay. The humidity is suitable for processing textile industry. And if you take Mumbai, the humidity provides in Mumbai, that is more suitable for processing textile. That's why in Coimbatore and Mumbai, lot of textile industries are there. Okay. Therefore, what I'm trying to say, the humidity also affects many of the industrial processes it affects. Okay. Therefore, the humidity means the amount of moisture vapor present along with the moist dry air is called the humidity. That's all. Okay. Then, then we know the dry bulb temperature and the wet bulb temperature. Which temperature will be lower, the bulb or dry bulb temperature? Can you tell? Normally, which temperature will be lower, dry bulb temperature or wet bulb temperature? Hello, students. Otherwise, I will call one name and one by one I will call. You have to tell the answer. Which temperature will be lower normally? Hello.
Yes.
Number two, you tell me. Number two is number two. Which temperature will be normally low? Dry bulb temperature or wet bulb temperature? Dry bulb or wet bulb temperature? Number two is the Nancy Joseph is there.
Yes, sir.
Okay, tell me which temperature will be lower, dry bulb temperature or wet bulb temperature? Okay, you tell me what is the dry bulb temperature. I have given only 2 files only. I have given as well. Okay, I did not give my too many files. I gave only two. Why don't you go through that files? Okay. Then how you are going to write your exams? You tell me. Okay. Then Nancy, you tell me what is a dry bulb temperature. You tell me. How will you find the dry bulb temperature? Nancy, this time you did not attend the exam. Hello, students, can you able to hear my voice?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Then, Nancy, you have to tell something. Okay, otherwise, I will put action for you. Nancy, I am going to put action for you. Now, this is very, very simple, isn't it? Huh? Number three.
Yes, sir.
Vincent, you tell me which temperature will be normally higher?
Sir,
Dry bulb temperature or wet bulb temperature?
wet bulb will be lower.
Wet bulb will be lower normally. Okay, or we can say under unsaturated condition. Under unsaturated solution, the bulb temperature will be lower and dry bulb temperature will be higher. At saturation condition, what will happen? Veena, at saturation condition, what will happen?
Yes, sir.
You tell me, under saturation condition, what will happen to the dry bulb and wet bulb temperature? What will happen to both the wet bulb and the dry bulb temperature under saturated condition?
So it will be
Under,
same, equal.
it will be equal. Okay, all these things are very simple things only. You have to understand. Okay, just if you once if you go to the material, my material, it will be very easy for you to understand. Okay, it seems that you people did not go through the material. Okay, at the time of writing the online exams, just you are you are selecting the answers and just you are pasting the some. That's what we are doing, I think. Okay. The next, what is the dry bulb depression? Dry wet bulb depression. What do you mean by wet bulb depression? Vandana, number 5. Number 5 is there. Number 5.
Sir.
You tell me Vandana.
Yes.
What will happen to the what will be wet bulb depression? Wet bulb depression.
The difference between dry bulb temperature and wet bulb temperature.
The difference between dry bulb temperature and the wet bulb temperature is called a wet bulb depression. Okay. Since the dry bulb temperature will always be higher for the unsaturated air, you have to use the word unsaturated air. If it is saturated, both the wet bulb and dry bulb temperature will be equal. Isn't it? Okay. Okay. Then you will understand. Okay. Then what is dew point temperature? Living active. Number 6. What do you mean by dew point temperature?
Yes, sir.
Tell me what do you mean by dew point temperature? Dew point temperature. What do you mean by dew point temperature?
Temperature chair will be cool, constant pressure.
Then temperature at which?
State of saturation.
Then the first dew forms. Dew is nothing but a small droplet. Doesn't work. But the meaning is you have to take a certain amount of moist air in a closed container and you have to cool the container. Then what will happen? When you are cooling, then up to certain level there won't be any condensation. Condensation means the water vapor will be converted into liquid water. Doesn't work. That process is called a condensation. Condensation normally will not take place until it reaches certain temperatures, low temperature. When it reaches that particular temperature, what will happen? The fine droplets of water will be formed. Okay, the temperature at which the first droplet or first dew forms is called dew point temperature. Okay, then what is the specific humidity? Maria Sarah Matthew.
Yes, sir.
What is the specific humidity?
Sir, 1 minute.
You are checking now.
No, sir. No. Specific humidity is the mass of water vapor in a unit mass of like the moist air.
Unit mass, not moist air, dry air.
Yes.
Okay. Moisture means again you are going to add moisture. No, it is not. Okay. Therefore, the specific humidity means amount of the water vapor in terms of gram per kg of dry air. Per kg of dry air. Okay. In the denominator, you have to take the kg of dry air. Okay. This is called the specific humidity. If it is so, what will be the Adityan? You tell me what will be the unit for the specific humidity. Specific humidity, Adityan. Number 8. Adityan, number 8, absent. Okay, number 9, Adina. Number 9, Adina. Hello, students, can you able to hear my voice? Hello? Students, can you able to hear my voice?
Yes, sir.
Huh?
Yes, sir.
So tell
Yes.
me, Adina. Adina, you tell me what is number 9, Adina, you tell me. What is the unit for the specific humidity? Adina is there? She is not there, it seems. Okay, absent. She is there, then you have to open your mouth. You tell me what is the unit for specific humidity. What is the unit for specific
Sir, she
humidity?
mentioned in chat box, sir.
She mentioned in what she mentioned in the chat box.
Gram per kilogram, sir.
Gram per kilogram. Gram per gram per kg, sir, by tissue. Okay. So, okay. Then next, relative humidity. What do you mean by relative humidity? What do you mean by relative humidity? Any answer?
Actual mass of water vapor in a given volume to saturated mass of water vapor in same volume
Very
and
good,
temperature.
very good. Okay. Both will be the volume and as well as temperature. You have to keep constant for the actual that is the actual sample. Okay. Here the temperature and the volume should be constant for the saturated condition and the real condition, or the condition which you are going, which you are condition means the temperature. Okay, which you are focusing. Okay, therefore here the temperature and the volume you have to, while comparing, you have to fix the temperature or the temperature and the volume as constant. Okay, that is called relative humidity. Okay, relative humidity is it? What is the unit for the relative humidity? What is the unit for the relative humidity? Number 11. Number 11. What is the unit for the relative
Yes, sir.
humidity? Adria, Maria, Anthony.
Yes, sir.
Adria, you tell
Yes,
me
sir.
what is the unit for the relative humidity?
Sir, I didn't hear.
Hmm?
I didn't hear, sir. Can you?
What is the unit I am asking? Adira.
Sir,
Adira.
grams per cubic.
Both the numerator and denominator will have the same unit. You know, therefore these two will get cancelled. Just you will get a mere number only. Isn't it? Okay. You will get just a mere number. That's all. Okay. And then humidity heat. Number 12. How the humidity heat? First, you tell me what is humidity heat. Number 12. Number 12 is there. Number 12 is absent, it seems. Okay. Number 13. Number 13.
Yes, sir.
You tell me what is the humidity heat. What do you mean by humidity heat?
Sir, heat capacity of air when it changes.
என்னம்மா சத்தமா சொல்லு.
Sir, specific heat capacity of air when it changes to water vapor.
It's partially correct. Okay. The thing is, humidity heat means the heat associated with the air and with the water vapor. Okay. The total heat, the sum of the total heat contributed by the dry air and the water vapor, when they are put together is called the humidity heat. Okay. Then if it is so, then number 14 you tell me what is the formula for humidity heat. Venkat. Number 14.
Yes, sir.
Tell me what is the formula for the humidity heat. What is the formula for humidity heat? Two terms will be there in the humidity heat. What is the first term? What is the first term? Maybe Venkat will tell me two terms will be there.
Yes, sir.
You tell me, Venkat, what is the formula for humidity heat? Specific heat of air multiplied by the temperature. Okay. And the latent heat of water vapor and the specific humidity. The latent heat of water vapor into specific humidity. Okay, okay. This will contribute the entire humidity heat. This will be the entire humidity heat. Okay. Now number 15, you tell me what do you mean by psychrometric process? What do you mean by psychrometric process? Number 15. Number 15. Number 15 is absent of present.
Yes, sir. Sir, I'm here.
Okay, then You tell me, what do you mean by psychrometric process? Psychrometric process means what? What is the purpose of psychrometric process? You tell me. What are the things that you are going to change? What are the parameters that you are going to change during the psychrometric process? What are the parameters you are going to alter? Santosh, you don't know? Santosh, I am going to put absent for you. You are not at all answering. Okay, I am going to put absent. Then number 16.
Yes, sir.
You tell me what is the meaning of psychrometric process? Here, what we are going to do. Psychrometric process. Okay. What will you do in psychrometric process? You tell me. What will you do? Okay, then now list what are the psychrometric process you list. Some of the psychrometric process you list. It seems that nobody has gone through the material which I have given. I have given only two material only I have given. Why you people did not read it? I don't know. The situation is so pathetic. I don't know how many people will pass. Okay. I made it so simple. 2 to 3 times I revised it, and even then you people are unable to answer my question. Okay. It seems that you people are not at all attentive in my class. Is it okay? It's just you log in and you are doing some other thing. Number 16, can you able to see my screen?
Yes, sir.
If it is so, you just read from the screen what is there in my screen. What is there?
Sensible heating.
Huh?
Sensible heating.
Sensible psychrometric process and everything is there, you know.
Humidification, dehumidification.
Very, very, very pathetic. You people are not at all attentive. Sensible heating, sensible cooling, then humidification, dehumidification, heating and the humidification, cooling and dehumidification, and what is it? Evaporative cooling and adiabatic mixing. Okay, these are all the 8 different process, psychrometric process. Okay, which can alter the temperature and the humidity of the given system. Temperature and the humidity of the given system. These are what. If you take air conditioning, the air conditioning in the controlled atmosphere that is needed, okay, for storing the food structures and okay. And different food material will require different temperature and humidity level. If you are storing vegetables or fruits and vegetables, you know, which can respire, you know, in that case, you know, you have to increase the carbon dioxide level and they have to reduce the oxygen level so that they can reduce the respiration rate. They can reduce the respiration rate. If the fruit respires more, then what will happen? The more and the more energy will be released, then soon it will reach the it will start decaying. Okay. Therefore, by altering the temperature and the humidity, we are going to arrest or we are going to reduce the respiration rate of the fruits and vegetables. Okay. So for that, what we are going to do, we will be reducing the temperature and we will be reducing the humidity also. Okay. Now for these 2 parameters only we are going to change, especially. Okay. Apart from there are some more parameters also there. We can reduce the odor. And the odor which is released because of the sulfur dioxide, ammonia, like that, you know. Sometimes these gases may be released, okay, during the ripening stage. Okay, that has to be removed. Okay, then we have to reduce the temperature. We have to alter the humidity. We have to remove the odor, And in some cases, we have to remove the sulfurous particles which are associated with the dry air. Some amount of suspended particles, dust particles, okay, may be associated with the inlet air, that has to be removed. For all these purposes, we are doing the air conditioning, okay. Then in air conditioning, the main purpose is to reduce the temperature and to keep the optimum humidity level, okay, that is important, okay. The next for the temperature and the humidity level can be controlled by using these processes. These processes are called a psychrometric process, sensible heating. Okay. Now, first we'll take the sensible heating. What will happen to the sensible? Is it sensible heating? Okay, let us see. What is the first slide? Okay, it is a sensible heating only. During sensible heating, what will happen to the specific humidity and the dry bulb temperature? First, we will see dry bulb temperature. Okay, therefore, number 16. What will happen to the dry bulb temperature during sensible heating?
7.
Number 16. Yeah, Susan.
Yes, sir.
What will happen to the sensible heating? Well, dry bulb temperature. What will happen to the dry bulb temperature during sensible heating? What will happen to the dry bulb temperature?
It will increase.
Sensible heating means what? Just we are going to heat, okay. Okay. But the condition is without adding water vapor. Without adding water vapor. Okay, that is called the sensible heating. Without adding water vapor. Therefore, if it is so, the inlet temperature and outlet temperature in this case, will be different. Outlet temperature will be more and inlet temperature will be less. Good. What will happen to the water vapor level? Here we are not adding any water vapor. The water vapor level will remain constant. It will remain constant. Okay. Therefore, during sensible heating process, only the dry bulb temperature will increase, but the specific humidity level will remain constant only. Okay. Then, if it is so, you go to the sensible cooling. What will happen to the sensible cooling process? Okay, number 17. Number 17, you tell me what will happen to the sensible cooling process. What will happen to the temperature? Number 17, beneath, okay, not there, okay. Then next number 18, Elizabeth.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Okay, you tell me what will happen to the dry bulb temperature during sensible cooling.
It drops, sir.
It drops, good. Then what will happen to the specific humidity?
Remains constant.
Remains constant, because we are not altering the humidity level. Just what we are doing, just we are cooling. That's all. That too, we are cooling well above the condensation temperature. Okay. If it is cooled below the condensation temperature, then the condensation temperature otherwise is called dew point temperature, or we can say saturation temperature, isn't it? Okay. If it is cooled below that level, then what will happen? Then definitely the vapor will get condensed, isn't it? Okay. Therefore, automatically, if the vapor get condensed, water vapor get condensed, then automatically it will affect the humidity level. Humidity level, I mean specific humidity and as well as the humidity level, I mean the specific humidity and as well as the relative humidity and all other humidity parameters. It will affect. Okay. So the next is somewhere number 19. Somewhere number 19 is there. Hello? Hello, somewhere number 19. Okay, absent. Then number 20. Jairus.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Then what are the next psychrometric process? Yes, sensible heating, sensible cooling, humidification. Humidification process. Okay. During humidification, what will happen to the temperature? What will happen to the temperature? Inlet and outlet. What will happen to the inlet temperature and outlet temperature? Humidification. Okay.
humidification increases, sir.
Hmm. Hello, your voice is breaking. Hmm. Anthony, during humidification process, what will happen to the moisture or water vapor content? Will it increase or decrease?
Relative humidity increases, sir.
Relative humidity. Relative humidity. Okay. Relative humidity increases. Good. Then next. What will happen to the temperature here? What will happen to the temperature? I'm telling humidification of temperature remains constant. That means the inlet and outer temperature will be constant, but the water, whatever the water present in the system, that will be converted into vapor. That's all. Okay. Therefore, the temperature will remain so constant, but the water vapor will be added. Okay. The temperature, I mean the dry bulb temperature, will remains constant. Okay. The next comes the dehumidification process. Okay. Dehumidification process is an isothermal process or a adiabatic process. Dehumidification. Isothermal or adiabatic. Dehumidification. First, you tell me what do you mean by dehumidification? What do you mean by dehumidification?
In the case of dehumidification, relative humidity decreases, sir.
Dehumidification, yeah, humidity will be decreased. Okay. But, how they are decreasing the humidity? How they are, how it is achieved? By using cooling coil. They will be using some cooling coil. The dehumidification process, they will be using some cooling coil. Through the cooling coil, the coolant will be circulated, and the air with the water vapor content, that will be allowed to contact on the surface. Then automatically what will happen? These water vapor will condense. Okay. And what will happen to the temperature? Temperature remains constant. The temperature will remain constant. Okay. Therefore, the dry bulb temperature will remain constant, but the humidity level will decrease. Specific humidity will decrease, but the relative humidity will increase. Okay. Next. Okay. Then what do you mean by evaporative cooling? Number 21. Number 21, you tell me what do you mean by evaporative cooling?
What, sir?
Evaporative cooling means what? Evaporative cooling means what? You don't know what?
It cools air by the process of evaporation, sir.
Cooling by the process of evaporation. That means for evaporation is nothing but the phase change, isn't it? Liquid will be converted into vapor, isn't it? Okay. For the phase change, it needs energy. What is that energy? That energy I am going to call it as a latent heat of vaporization, isn't it? It is called a latent heat of vaporization. Therefore, the liquid is going to take its latent heat of vaporization from the substance which has to be cooled, and the liquid refrigerant will be converted into vapor refrigerant. Okay. The difference between the liquid refrigerant and the vapor refrigerant is the latent heat of evaporation. Okay. The latent heat of evaporation, the liquid will get from the substance which has to be cooled. Okay, this is what happens. Okay, this is called the evaporative cooling. Okay. The rest of the topics we will see in the next class. Okay. Rest of the people you give your attendance number ULK1.
Present, sir.
ULK2.
Present, sir.
Anika, number 1. URK1.
Present, sir.
2 absent, 3 present, 4
Present, sir.
present. Okay, wait. So I have taken up to number 19. Okay, number 20. Number 20 absent. 21.
21 present, sir.
Okay, 22,
20%, sir.
20%. Then why you did not answer my friend? Okay.
My problem, sir.
Okay. 22, 22, 22 absent. 23,
Sir, network issue, sir.
huh?
22 network issue.
24, 24,
Sir, 24 present, sir.
25,
Present, sir.
26,
Present, sir.
27,
Present, sir.
28,
Present, sir.
29,
Present, sir.
30,
Present, sir.
31,
Present, sir.
32,
For 32 is present. Some network issue, mic issue is
33,
present.
33,
Present, sir.
34,
Present, sir.
35,
35 present, sir.
36,
Present, sir.
38, 37,
Present, sir.
37, 38, 38, absent. 39, 39, absent. 40, 40, absent. 41,
Present, sir.
41, okay. 42,
Present, sir.
43,
Present, sir.
44,
Present, sir.
45,
Present, sir.
46,
Present, sir.
47, 47, absent. 48,
Present, sir.
49, 49, absent. 50,
Present, sir.
49 is present.
49%. Okay. 51.
Yes, sir. She had some network issues.
Okay.
51
51.
present, sir. 51 present, sir.
52. Okay. 52.
Present, sir.
53. 53. Absent. 54.
Present, sir.
55.
Present, sir.
56. 56.
Present, sir.
57. 57.
Present, sir.
58. 58. Absent. 59. 59. Absent. 60.
Present, sir.
So Yalini, why you are absent for so many days? You are absent, Yalini.
No, sir. Attend the class.
Then you are absent. So many classes. 1, 2, 3, 4 classes you are absent. Number 60.
Due to some personal issues, sir. Absent, sir.
Okay. Number 61.
Present, sir.
62. 62. Absent. 63.
Present, sir.
64.
Present, sir.
65.
Present, sir.
66.
Present, sir.
Okay. 67.
Present, sir.
68.
Present, sir.
Present, sir.
69. 69. Absent.
Network. He has network issues. He is in the class.
70. 70. Absent. 71. 71. Absent. 72.
Present, sir.
73.
Present, sir.
74.
Present, sir.
75. 75. Absent. 76. 76. Absent. 77.
Present, sir.
78. 78. 79. 79. Absent. 80.
Present,
80. 80. Okay. 81. 81. 81. Absent. 82.
Present, sir.
83, 83,
Present, sir.
84, 84, 85, 85. Absolutely.
Sir,
Huh?
sir, 71 is present, sir.
Sir, 78%, sir.
Okay, 71 and 78 are percent. Okay.
Sir, 38 also.
Sir, 78%, sir.
30,
38,
30,
sir. 38.
10. Okay, Alok, you can leave. Thank you.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, Ma. Thank you.